Well, stress management, weight loss, how about workplace efficiency and better sleep? Those are just some of the things that a lot of us have trouble dealing with. But we have help for you today. We have world-renowned hypnotist Richard Barker. He joins us now to explain, because a lot of people are skeptical about being hypnotized. Is it real? Does it really happen? But it's the real deal. You can do it.
It's the real deal. There's a lot of misunderstanding as to what it is and what it isn't. So I'm on a mission to actually educate people, to tell them what hypnosis is and how they can benefit from it.
So how does it work?
Basically, it's just a state of relaxation. I would get you to relax, then I would implant direct suggestions into your subconscious mind, and then you would make an internal decision to follow my suggestions.
And then how long do you keep someone hypnotized for?
Well, as long as I want to.
Oh.
And it depends on the individual. Like if you come to see me for weight loss, I might hypnotize you in 2 or 3 sessions and you'll see the weight starting to come off. If it's a smoker, it's usually 1 hour to get you to stop smoking. So it depends on the individual and what the actual issue is or why they've come to see me.
So how does it work? You give them suggestions, and then when they're no longer hypnotized, they still follow those suggestions?
Correct, yeah. What I basically do is I'm embedding a command or an embedded suggestion into the subconscious mind. So even in the normal waking state, so when they're walking and talking normally, that suggestion lingers. And every time they're going to do something that goes against the suggestion, it blocks them from doing it.
So let's say someone goes to you for weight loss.
Right.
What kind of suggestions do you give them that they carry with them?
So one of the things that's useful, I mean, everybody's different in their habits of eating. Some people are snackers, some people are overeating certain foods. So once I know what they are, typically if it's overeating, take that as an example, then every time they close their eyes before they eat food, you know, once they've got 7 to 8 mouthfuls of food, they'll naturally stop. The suggestion will be to naturally stop, or they'll feel full after 5 or 7 mouthfuls, or they'll only eat half of what's on their plate. So I can make a suggestion that you're never going to clear your plate, you're never going to overeat, you're always going to feel satisfied by the mouthfuls that you take.
Really?
Yeah, there's loads
This almost sounds too good to be true.
It works, and I tell you what, it's been around a very long time. We've just been misguided as to how it works.
I have to ask you, how did this come about that you wanted to hypnotize people and do this? And I mean, how does that happen?
I learned hypnosis as a police detective in the United Kingdom, and I was interviewing suspects using the power of pattern behavior and language to reveal the truth, to get to the facts.
Right.
So when I realized how powerful that was with resistant people, I knew that with willing people, of course, it would work even further and even better.
This is so neat. So tell us about some success stories, about some people you've hypnotized in the past.
Well, you know, I always like to tell the stories about those that have some really strange phobias, like fear of birds. Then I would have a bird on your arm and you'd end up getting a pet bird. Fear of bridges, 7-mile bridge, you know, to Key West. I had a lady that was scared of bridges and couldn't get to her home.
Right.
So, you know, husband had to put a blanket over her head to get her to
Which does not sound safe.
Now, and now, of course, no fear of bridges. Fear of flying, it's nice to be liberated from that fear of flying in aircrafts.
That is so
all
neat.
kinds of stuff. Fear of diapers, chalk. All kinds of extremities, and it works because a fear is only some basic anxiety. It's in your head.
It's in your head.
Right.
So tell us about a tip if you can help us relieve stress or sleep better. Okay. How can we fix that or help
So for stress in particular, one of the ways you can deal with it is if you know when stress is coming. People normally get the anxiety, then they get the stress. Just close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, and just visualize yourself in a place or in a moment in your life where you felt the most calm, the most, you know, sort of comfortable. And if you put yourself real quickly in that zone, athletes do this all the time, when your eyes open, the stress will just melt away. So your reaction to the problem won't be how it would have been with this basic breathing behavior.
Just kind of get your mind off what's about to give you the stressor in the first place. And sleeping better, because I need some of that.
Well, here's the thing with sleep is most people, when they feel that, or they know they have to get up at 3 a.m., like I know a lot of you guys, one thing that you're worried about is getting up at 3 a.m. So if you change the scene to thinking of a time when you most felt like you were the most tired and the most relaxed, you'll naturally fall asleep without, I mean, the worst case scenario is don't think about falling asleep. Just fall asleep naturally.
That's easier said than done, my friend.
Easier said than done, but you have to, you know, you can learn this very quickly just to visualize yourself asleep before you're asleep. Visualize yourself at peace with yourself, and you'll naturally fall asleep.
I'm trying
it tonight. It's a natural process.
Thank you so much. We love having you on. If you want to contact Richard Barker and find out more, because I know you're intrigued as I am, log on to his website. It is incrediblehypnotist.com.